You know, it was almost 3 years ago that President Hill offered me the opportunity to come to Washington. And though my wife was initially supportive, I, as an only child, didn't relish broaching the subject of relocating my parents' only support system completely across this country. And I remember the Thanksgiving day I told them in 2004, like it was yesterday. I can still see my father sitting there, ravaged by Parkinson's, heart disease, and several small strokes, literally transformed by the debilitating effects of old age. Knowing I had to blurt it out sometime, I looked across the table at this once strong veteran of 2 foreign wars and still proud 50-year IBEW member and just blurted out the following. Dad, Ed Hill, the president of the IBEW, called 2 weeks ago and asked me to come back to Washington, D.C. to help with the construction organizing effort. My father, whose illness had resulted in increased bouts with lucidity and comprehension, looked up with this kind of confused look on his face. Sensing the substance of my statement didn't take, I knew to increase the volume, and I just said, Dad, Ed Hill called me 2 weeks ago, and I heard you the first time. He interrupted, quit screaming. Did you say he called 2 weeks ago? Yes, I responded. What did you tell him, he asked. I told him I had to talk to you, had to talk to my family. Next, he turned to my wife. He said, Daughter, are you up for this? Yeah, I think so, she said with a cautious smile. Then, with a clear look of disgust at the realization that he may have indeed raised an idiot, that crusty old wireman dialed a staring at me. You mean to tell me the president of our union called and asked for your help 2 weeks ago, and you haven't given him an answer? If Ed Hill called, and if there are people to organize, then what in the hell are you waiting for? Though he is gone now, my dad genuinely felt he owed everything we had to the IBEW. And there is both wisdom and clarity in the simple words of his straightforward challenge. If there are people to organize, then what in the world was I waiting for?